What's up now? How you doing? Today is Tuesday, June 20th, 2023. Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, I'm right. Well, anyway, this video right here, I slept on it for a minute and I thought about it. And I said, I want to shoot a video about this because back when I was first introduced to the program, to a 12-step fellowship program, I had a problem. My problem was staying clean. I kept relapsing. I would get clean, stay clean for like 6 months, and then I'll go back and use. Then I'll stay clean for maybe 90 days. Then I'll go back and use. And most of the time when I was able to stop, my stopping came through a jail sentence, going back to prison. So let me this video right here is about tips. I'm just giving you tips because this is what I did. These are the things I do now. I'll let you know I've been clean 16 years. My clean date is March 7, 2007. So that's my clean date, March 7, 2007. Well, anyway, the things that I do, right, early in recovery on this time, 16 years ago, prior to me getting out of prison, after I got out of prison, because I'm gonna get into what I want to talk about, but I'm gonna let you know, going to jail, that don't mean you gonna be able to stay clean once you get out. Cause I had done I had been to prison multiple times, and when I got out, I went back to using. Now, I done also seen other people that went to prison. They done stints, like 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, and they get out of prison and they go right back out to the madness of using. So I'm letting you know right now, because you go to prison or because you go to a rehab center and you sit up in a rehab center for maybe a year, 9 months, 6 months, 3 months, however long you stay in a rehab center, when you come out, if you're not practicing what the rehab center had taught you, if you're not continue to stay on that path practicing that what they have taught you, you're going to end up using. I'm just keeping it real. You have to, this is like an ongoing maintenance thing. It never stops. I've been clean 16 years. 16 years ago till today, I still do routine maintenance. It's not really like, it's not really like routine maintenance, like it's like a painstaking thing. It's just something that comes natural because I've been doing it so long. I've been clean so long. After a while, you just keep doing it. You keep doing it. Now, for the people that's in prison, when they get out of prison, your whole environment changes. So you're not doing the same routine things every day. So when you get out, you have to go and do a new routine. So whatever you did for your recovery when you were in prison, you need to do something when you get out of prison. Now, the thing is, this video right here is just tips on what to do to prevent a relapse. So my thing is like 12-step fellowships. You have AA, you got CA, you got NA. All of those three fellowships are designed to teach you how to stop once you stop. Because anybody can stop. You can stop. You got to think about it. How many times have you stopped doing your drug of choice or the alcohol, whatever you were doing, how many times have you actually stopped and you went back to it? See, you could stop when you run out of money. You understand? That's stopping. I just stopped plenty of times. But staying stopped, that's a whole nother thing. So if you serious about your recovery, you serious about staying clean, you serious about your sobriety, I'm saying, I'm talking like this because I want you to kind of like follow me. If you serious about it, you would take tips from people in the fellowship that you choose to actually go to. Now, there are people that go to church and they get clean and they stay clean because I seen it. You can't knock it, you know. And there are people who go to church or even maybe go to the temple. They might have a different type of religious preference, or they, you know, and they do 12-step fellowships also, you know. But my thing is, when you go to a fellowship, 12-step fellowship, my fellowship that I went to was Narcotics Anonymous. So I didn't like blend it with CA, AA, or the other fellowships. I just went to one fellowship because I wanted to build a base. I wanted to build a friendship connection with the people in Narcotics Anonymous, because I didn't want to have the message confused to me. You understand? Because it's an ant just crawled on me. But anyway, Narcotics Anonymous, Alcohol Anonymous, and Cocaine Anonymous, those three fellowships, they kind of like have the same focus, have the same goals, but they have a different type of message. You understand? So you gotta kind of like go to a fellowship that fits you. I'm not saying, you know, don't go to AA or don't go to CA. Find something that fits you, because this is serious. You know, because you might have just been an alcoholic, you know, and that's all you deal with. You've been an alcoholic. That don't mean you can't go to the other fellowship. You might get something out of the other fellowship that'll help you. You know, it depends what you need to do. It's a formula that you have to figure out for yourself. Now, tips on learning how to stay clean. When you go into these places, build friendships with people. Build friendships with people that are working the program, that have a program. Build ships. I said build ships. Build friendships with people, relationships with people that have clean time. Reason why I say that, you can build friendships with people that don't have clean time too. But the ones that have clean time, that's been clean for a while, build friendships with them, because they can actually show you a whole lot, because they had uninterrupted time. Meaning that uninterrupted time is that they haven't relapsed. You know, they might have 10, 15 years, 5 years, 3 years, you know what I mean? You know, long as they are serious about their program and serious about what they're doing, they're not playing with it. Meaning like go out and smoke a joint and come back and they'll be and still be claiming clean time. You can't do that, because I know people who do that in the fellowship. So you gotta in those fellowships. So you gotta watch it. You gotta be careful. So what you do, tips, like when you, like a newcomer, right? When you first get clean and you having problems and you having cravings and your thinking is not really clear, it's good to bounce things off of people in the fellowship that have your best interests at heart. I'm not saying bounce everything off anybody in the fellowship. Don't do that. You find somebody in there, kind of like a sponsor. You find like a sponsor, somebody in there, and you kind of like bounce stuff off of them. You know what I mean? That way, they can kind of like help you. You understand? Because a relapse you could relapse and you might not never make it to be able to get clean again. That relapse could be something that could take you up out of here. Meaning, it could take you up out of here, and that could be your memorial service that we be having for you. Balloon release. Oh, that was a good person, but they couldn't get a grip on staying clean. You understand? Because this is very important. You have to take this serious. So while you clean, while you getting clean and learning how to stay clean, take it serious. Take it serious, because this is not a joke. This is not nothing to play with. This is your life. You understand? So when you got things that's going on that's concerning your recovery, that can actually take you up out of here, man, you need to share that with somebody that's in the fellowship, that has your best interests at heart. You need to share it with somebody that's not going to sit up there and talk about you behind your back. Like, talk bad about you. You understand? You got to pick and choose, because you got people that don't have your best interests at heart. You have to bounce information off of people that actually can help you. You know, when you got things going on, there's nothing wrong with talking about it, because the person, you got to think about it. The people that are in those fellowships, they're going through something similar to what you're going through. They're going through something similar that you have actually or getting ready to go through. You know, that can take you up off your square on being clean, sober. You wanna be able to keep what you got. You understand? So that's very important. Take it serious, because your life is at stake right now. You know? You have to like bounce things, and then too, it's not, I'm gonna tell you, it's not mandatory that you gotta take their suggestions, but it's always good to have an open mind when you're listening to them, because it could be something that you really need to hear. That way you can kind of like take a look in the mirror at yourself on the spiritual side and fix that. You understand? Because it's very important. Because you can't take chances on relapsing. I relapsed many a times, a lot of times. And some people say, well, you ain't never relapsed because you went out and used anyway. No, that's not true. That's almost like a cop-out to saying, don't try to get clean unless you're really ready. No, you try, and if you mess up and you do relapse, you bring your butt back. Come back and realize you made a mistake. Because in the rooms, when you go to those meetings, you're gonna be looking at all kind of people that actually been where you been. Some people ain't gonna tell you they relapse. Some people go to those fellowships or going to the meeting, they're not gonna reintroduce themselves. You understand? But that's okay. You don't have to reintroduce yourself. You don't have to do that. They just do that just so a person can know, yo, I'm struggling with this. That's the reason why people reintroduce themselves. To let everybody know, yo, I'm struggling with this, I need some help. Can you please help me? I don't know who to ask. You understand? But I had done that before, and then I realized after I kept reintroducing myself, people looked at me like kind of sideways, and it was like, okay, he ain't gonna stay anyway. But 16 years later, I'm still clean right now. But that was early like early when I was trying to get clean, from 2000, no, actually from 1995 up to 2007, I could say that. I was struggling. I didn't know how to stay clean. I didn't know how to, actually say, okay, I need to just weather the storm and stick with it. Yeah, it's a craving. Don't fall into the craving. You're gonna have them because you're changing. You're changing on the inside. So, of course, you're gonna feel something different. That's just how it go. I'm looking at my time because I have, I'm doing this in between while I'm working. So, I'm gonna let this truck go by. So like now that you kind of like got that information, you can listen to it. You could take that information I just gave you, and you could utilize it, or you could take it and put it on the shelf and use it for later. It might not be where you at right now. You understand? But I know relapse is dangerous. Relapse is something that because I know people that actually relapse, and I know people that relapsed and they didn't come back and they took their own life after relapsing. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. A relapse is dangerous. It might not be you going out and then you OD. You know what I mean? It might do something to you psychologically. You know what I mean? Mentally. It might do something to you mentally, to where as though you just want to just give up. And that's one thing that you don't want to do. Never give up. No matter how bad people look at you, or maybe no matter how bad you might look at yourself, don't never give up. Don't never give up. You figure out how to stay clean. And you keep coming back. And you keep trying. And you let people know that you're struggling. If you are struggling with this, you let people know. Don't be scared. You in a meeting. You got people in there for all different type of reasons why they come to meetings. But you also got people in there that are serious about those meetings. They so serious. I mean, they blood knuckle serious. You know what I mean? They will fight, literally fight for their recovery. You understand? They will really fight for it. So you want to get with those people, because they take it real serious. If you go out and you relapse, you pull and you don't want to share it with nobody on a group level. You pull somebody to the side that you actually kind of like trust and know that when you've been going to meetings, and be like, look, you let them know. You pull them to the side one-on-one. You be like, look, man, I'm struggling with this. You know what I mean? Because if you one of those kind of people, you need to do that. You need to take this serious. I'm just stressing this because your life is on the line. That's relapsing. And then too, if you a person that's relapsing like that, you gotta think about your loved ones, how they look at you. You got kids. You might have kids. You have a mother and father. I know everybody got a mother and father. You have people that care about you. Uncle, sister, brother, cousin. They looking at you. And they don't want, like family members that don't know about this thing called addiction. They really don't have an understanding of it. They don't know how to help you. That's why you go to places where people actually kind of like understand and know. There's nothing wrong with going to meetings. I mean, you find a formula for yourself to learn how to stay clean, but there's nothing wrong with going to meetings. And like sometimes people blend meetings with church. Some people blend meetings with going to, I'm gonna say, to their whatever type of religion denomination that they choose. You can blend it. There's nothing wrong with it. If that's what you need to do, do it. You got to figure it out. Your life is on the line. You got people that love you. And that next relapse might be the one that take you up out of here. I'm seeing a lot of people right now that's not here now. They knew about the program. They were in the program. They were clean. And they're not here right now because they chose to go back out. They made a conscious decision to go back out. And this right here is something you cannot play with. You can't play with this. Take this serious. Take it serious. You go to those meetings, you get numbers. And you pick and choose the people that have the best interests at heart. And trust me, God is going to direct the people to you that have your best interests at heart. And take this serious. So many people, so many good people not here right now because they didn't know that all they had to do was reach out. All you do is just reach out. Reach out. Reach out. Like, reach out for help. Reach your hand out. Hey, man, I need your help. That's what you got to do. Until something inside you click. Because every human being that's out there in the midst of addiction, alcoholism, if you are here and you in the land of the free, land of walking around, and you're walking, talking, you're a living human being, you have a chance. You can do it. Everybody can do it. Everybody can do it. Because God give you that. God give you that. Trust me. It's in you. Every human being has it in them. You just got to reach out and ask somebody for help. And that's what I'm talking about. To prevent relapse. Why you clean? Because you might have a year, 2 years clean. And you might be thinking crazy. You might be thinking, well, I'm going to step off over here and go visit some old people and see how they doing. You know what I mean? People that's still using. Because I'm going to tell you, those people out there that's still using, you can't really go out there and try to make them stop using. Because it don't work like that. They have to want to come and do it themselves. I'm just giving you tips. You understand? I don't know what you thinking or how you thinking. I just know what I did in my past. So I'm just sharing the things that I actually done with you and what I'm doing now. You know, every day I make a conscious decision not to use or pick up, and it's just natural now. You know, you get up, you don't think about it. I think about the things that I have to do on a daily basis. You know, as far as the way I, the living, the way I make my money. You know, I'm doing that, and I'm dealing with people from all walks of life. You know, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing that I'm able to deal with these people with a clear mind. You know, gratitude, having a gratitude list, being grateful, thinking about it, thinking about the things that you're grateful for, and actually internalizing it. You understand? Just like opening your eyes and seeing, that's gonna help you. You got a lot of things that you can actually do to work with on your recovery on a daily basis. And you don't have to actually, this is not work. It's just a way of life. This is me, Will, recovering addict. Like, subscribe,